Hi guys, my name is Rosie. Welcome back to my channel. It is named What I Know. I just started this channel about 3 weeks ago, and it's not a coincidence that I started this channel regarding biblical principles of the Bible that work in our health and our beauty. It's not a coincidence, it's more like a God incidence. So about 2 years ago, I was under very heavy warfare. And a friend of mine a year later said, you know what, it's time for you to anoint some oil, anoint some olive oil and pray over it. And then at night when you pray, just put it all over as protection, right? So I did that every single day. I put on the olive oil and I noticed that my skin got a little bit more glowy with the oil, more healthy and more hydrated. So I stumbled onto castor oil, which I started using about a month ago, and oh my God, a game changer for my skin. My skin started to be even more glowy and but more tight and more healthy. And so I made it a mission of mine to research all these oils, what they're good for, because they were all in the Bible. I just never saw them because I was always looking for the guidance of the word, and I never looked at the beauty aspect of it. But our health, isn't our body the temple of the Holy Spirit? And didn't they decorate even the ark a long time ago? And so if it's our temple, shouldn't we take care of it? Shouldn't we put like the best ingredients in our body? And so I told you on the first video what I use for my face, which basically is 2 or 3 oils. So if you want to go back, I told you that on the second video how I lost 15 pounds. I will link those videos to this video. How I lost 15 pounds using the biblical principles from the Bible. And today I got a download. What about deodorant? What about deodorant? What do we know about deodorant? What are the major chemicals in deodorant? The major chemical in deodorant is aluminum. And when you watch TV, if you notice the commercials, they'll have like a medicine for high blood pressure, and they'll tell you like all the things that it's going to help you with. But at the very bottom, it'll tell you in small print that it's going to cause like strokes, maybe a heart attack, maybe dementia, maybe this, maybe that. And it's almost like the little bitty bottom print is worse than the reason you're taking the pill. And that to me, when I started to really wake up to all of that, it blew my mind. And so, what is aluminum? What does it cost? Okay, so it's going to cost you not to sweat. But what are the side effects? It may promote muscle weakness, bone pain, premature osteoporosis, among a lot of other side effects. But why do they have to put aluminum in the deodorant? Why? Because it helps plug up your pores and stop some of the sweat from coming out. But then I'm thinking, so if it's clogging your pores so the sweat doesn't come out, where does the sweat go? And don't we sweat so the toxins can come out? Isn't that the reason that God made us with pores, so the toxins can come out? Okay, so if they're not coming out, where are the toxins going? So they're staying there. To me, I'm connecting the dots, and it's really not that hard once you really start thinking about it. So if this is our breast, and a lot of women nowadays, even young women, have breast cancer, could it be some of the chemicals that we're using? Because they're saying that aluminum is not that significant in deodorant because it's just in very small amounts. But deodorant is not the only thing that we put. We put on face creams which have unpronounceable names that I can't pronounce, and the ingredient, the letters are so small. Go look at all your cosmetics and look at the ingredients. They're going to be about that much, about like almost the whole label, and they're going to be so tiny because there's so many, and I bet you're not even going to be able to pronounce like half of them. I mean, I can't. So what do? Do we just stink? Do we just like go around smelling? But then remember, I'm relating everything to the manual, the Holy Bible. It is written, it is written, it is written. So you think 3,000 years ago they had Secret and Dove and Old Spice and all these other deodorants? No. So what did they use? Well, what did they use for their face? Do you think there was the other day I was just going crazy. I was imagining a conversation between like Sarah and Mary And you know, all these ladies, and they're like, oh, what do you use for your face? Well, I use you know, myrrh, and I use castor oil. And you? Well, I use castor oil. I mean, but what about us? If you come to my cabinet, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of cosmetics, and they're gonna be very, very different from what you have in your cabinet, from what your friend has in her cabinet, but yet they use the same things. So I'm thinking about that verse that says, we perish because of lack of knowledge. And we are perishing because of all the lack of knowledge, and we're just mindlessly just putting on whatever, you know, whatever they tell us to put on. So do we just stink? What do? So going back to the ladies, they use nothing but oils, you know, a long time ago. Not just the ladies, the men also. Then I researched, so what is the major reason that we stink? It's because of the bacteria, and it makes sense. We have a lot of moisture under our armpits because, you know, we put our arms down, and if you touch your armpit, it's probably going to be warmer than your neck. So it's warm, it has moisture, so it's a breeding ground for bacteria. Okay, so we established that it's bacteria. So how can we fight that bacteria? What oil has an antibacterial fighting element? What about tea tree oil? It has bacterial fighting properties. Tea tree oil is high in natural estrogens which fight perspiration. It doesn't stop it. It fights perspiration. It doesn't clog your pores. It's antifungal and anti-inflammatory. Tea tree oil can also cause brightness to your skin. It makes sense to use it under your armpit because it's in your armpit, like the darkest part. Well, it is for me. Like my face and all of this, it kind of looks like the same color, but under my armpit, it's a little bit darker. Why is some parts of your body darker? Maybe because they have more moisture, more bacteria. Who knows? But they're darker. What about coconut oil? Coconut oil is also antibacterial, which will fight the odor. It contains lauric acid, which kills sweat-causing bacteria due to its antimicrobial properties. So does it make sense? What about tea tree oil, coconut oil? Okay, what about patchouli oil? It's antibacterial and it cleans up pores. So instead of clogging your pores, patchouli oil cleans your pores. Castor oil, it treats the skin. It's anti-inflammatory. It's for scars, bacteria, and viral infections. And it even says that it's good for anxiety. I already did a whole video on castor oil and how I even put it in my belly button. And ever since, I have no more big bloat belly. So watch the other videos, which I'm going to tag to this. Okay, guys? So what I'm going to do, because I told you that I am a novice at this. I'm new at this. I'm just doing a lot of research that is making so much sense because everything is tied to a verse. And when I get a download, I get the verse with it. So it has to be God, and because it's natural. All the oils, guys, the side effects, you're going to see allergic reaction. Out of all my research, the only side effect from the oils or negative side effect might be the allergic reaction. Because we have different, we're made differently because, we're wonderfully and intricately made. So everybody's skin is different. Everybody's blood is different. We even have different types of blood. So if I were you, hey, Cuckoo. If I were you, I would test my skin on a little piece of skin, maybe behind your ear, or maybe, somewhere where it's not going to, if it swells or whatever, it's not going to be on your face. Don't put it on your face first. First test it on some other part of your body. And then, so what I am going to do with these 4 oils, and you'll see them on the video, I am going to make a mixture of castor oil. So my ratio is going to be 4 oils. Castor oil, 4 drops. Tea tree oil, 2 drops. Patchouli oil, 2 drops. And coconut oil, 2 drops. So it's going to be 4 drops, 2 drops, 2 drops, 2 drops. And I'll put the little recipe. That's just the recipe that I made because patchouli oil is very, it's very pungent. It smells a lot. So I'm going to use the castor oil as a carrier. So it's going to be 4, 2, 2, 2. 4 drops of castor oil, 2 drops of patchouli oil, 2 drops of coconut oil and 2 drops of tea tree oil. And like I said, I'll put the recipe on there. Guys, it is time to renew our minds, and that's a verse. It says, renew our minds. It means replacing unhealthy thought patterns with godly ones. And there's that verse in Romans, I believe it's Romans 12:2. It says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's time for us to eat healthier. It's hard because we're so used to a certain way, but once you start seeing the simplicity of an alternative of different ways, then it starts to make sense in your head, and you start to do that. So I am super happy about the research, the discoveries, the simplicity of everything. I will keep researching more and more and more, and I'll keep bringing you the videos. Hope you enjoy this one, guys. But nothing can happen for you and for me unless we subscribe and share, because then the knowledge won't be passed down. So the whole thing about I think we're in a truther era. And how do we pass on information? We share. And in this case, because it's this platform, we share and subscribe. I'm not asking for donations or anything like that. I'm buying my own oils. I know a lot of you are asking me, like, can I give you a little sample of what I use for my face, or can I do this, can I do that? I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about what to do to help you, to help me, and to help my friends. I said on the other video that if I do come up with little bottles for like deodorant or for face or for whatever, you know, it will be very inexpensive, first of all, and I'm making sure that they're 100% organic, 100% pure, cold press, hexane free, all the requirements of pure oils. I'm making sure that I'm getting those. But if I make them, they'll be like, you know, little bottles, enough for a month's worth, just like the grocery stores, they sell a month's worth of this and a month's worth of that, just a month's worth. And if you even wanted to donate like $1 or $2, it wouldn't be for me, it would be for the sisters that don't have the $12 or $13 to buy their month supply, so that I can send them one too. And maybe if you start using the oils, you can put testimonies on the comments, and you can tell me if it's true or not. Or you can do something else. You can research on your own and buy the oils and try them and see if they work. I'm telling you that they work, because I wouldn't be here if they would not work. They do work. I can see it on my face. Like, again, for being 57, I think that my skin looks pretty good. I'm very happy with the results on my skin. And so I will see you on the next video, guys. Let me see where the next video takes me. Bye, guys.